playing a 200-point game tonight, and my champion's going to be Hardbar, Hero of Helgen. He's been upgraded with a Potion of Minor Healing, an Imperial Sword, an Imperial Shield, and Imperial Armor. He's going to be assisted by the Imperial Mage to the right. She's been upgraded with the spells Oak Flesh and Firebolt. She has a Steel Sword in her other hand, and then she has Imperial Light Armor. Supporting the two heroes is going to be 3 Imperial Soldiers, rounding out for 5 activations at this 199 point level. Chris is running a Stormcloak faction tonight with the Dragonborn. Chris, take us through your army.
Right. So, utilizing the Dragonborn, he is not allowed to be the champion, so I have picked Rayloff this time to be my champion. Rayloff is coming with a hunting bow and a Stormcloak officer armor on him. Then I've got the Dragonborn right there. The Dragonborn is wielding a steel warhammer, and he also has really heavy armor here. He's got the Nordic carved armor on him. And then finally they are supported by 2 Stormcloak soldiers.
All right, should be exciting. That is exactly 200 points. As I said, that means I will have the priority to start the game. So the adversaries tonight are going to be the Draugrs, and we have 2 Draugr Overlords, and we have 3 Skeleton Archers, and we have 2 regular Draugr coming in at just under 200 points, and they are going to come in here and cause chaos and madness throughout the game. It should be pretty exciting, so let's have fun with that. So tonight we're playing Scenario 2, This Land is Ours, and the board is set up in quarters, and as you can see we're in a village environment. So let's go over terrain first. What we have here is a hill. That's going to be a height 2 hill, so you'll have to climb up there. We have a couple of height 1 walls and by this soybean field or cabbage field. That's going to obscure models behind it, and the height 1 wall will require agility tests to get over. Trees also block line of sight as to the market stalls, as to the buildings. Now we do have a number of wooden fences as well. Those also require agility tests to go over, but those agility tests will be at a -1, making it a little bit easier as you can put your foot pretty easily into those fence posts. Now we have 5 tokens out on the board for treasure, and each one of those is currently being guarded by a minion from the adversaries. So we got one here guarded by a skeletal archer, one close to me covered by a Draugr, another skeletal archer close to me, and then a Draugr here in the center, and also a skeleton archer here. Chris, you deployed choosing that board edge right there. Go ahead and go through your deployment if you would.
Okay, so I put my 2 Stormcloak soldiers just up here at the forefront, numbering them 1 and 2. Got my Dragonborn right here, and then right next to all of them is my champion, Rayloff.
Okay, over on my side, I have an Imperial Mage anchoring my left front. Then I got 3 of my Imperial soldiers, and then my champion Hardbar is anchoring the right flank. So with that, I think we're all set to begin. Did I miss anything? Yes, I did. Our boast or oaths.
Oh, yes, and our quests.
And our quests. So let's go over the quests first.
Okay.
Chris.
So mine is Snuff Out the Sect. So what this is remove more than half the enemy party as casualties to get the victory points on this card. 3 victory points. So if I can take out 3 of his models, I get 3 extra victory points this game.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah.
I have Escaped Criminal, and the Escaped Criminal is going to be number 1. And that says at the start of the game, well, that model begins the game with +1 health, so it's going to have 4 health instead of 3. And the escaped criminal must be removed as a casualty or be incapacitated when the game ends for 2 victory points. So those are the quests. Now the boast, what did you pick?
I think I'm just going to go for Stronghold.
Stronghold says what?
Stronghold means that at the end of the game, there are no adversaries in my home corner. This quarter of the board, but at the end of the game, there are none of these Draugr here. I get 2 victory points.
Okay, it does not include my guys. We're not adversaries, we're enemies. On my side, I said I was going to take the...
Excavate.
No, I passed on that one.
Oh, you changed your mind?
Yep.
Drive them out.
Drive them out. And Drive them out says that I will control one of the territories of the board, one of the quarters that you see here, at the end of a turn that Chris controlled at the beginning of the turn. That's worth 3 victory points. Now the down part is if you don't complete your oath, you'll lose 1 victory point. So there's a big upside and a little bit of a downside. So I need to make sure that I control at least 1/4 of the battlefield that Chris controlled at the start of the turn. at the end of a turn in order to get my 3 victory points. That should be it then, right?
I think so.
All right, we'll come back at the start of the game next. So the Imperials are on the march, and I'm going to start with this Imperial Soldier number 1 on my left. He can move 6 inches normally. And what he's going to do first is he's going to take a block token. Now, once you take a block token, you can't boost, so it's just going to be a regular move for him. And he's moving up to the edge here. And that means he's going to end his movement within 6 inches of this Draugr,
Right.
covering the token.
So the Draugr now is going to react for being in 6 inches. He rolls a black dice to see what he does. He is from Path of Might, and he's got 2 stars on his roll. So we go down to an attack action. Now we know the attack action means the Draugr is going to move. Because he is an aggressive model, he's going to try to sprint to try to get to the nearest enemy.
I'm within 6 inches, so no sprint required.
Yeah, he will come right up there. And adversaries always boost if they have not spent a stamina yet. Without a sprint, he'll be trying to boost his attack. And as an aggressive model, his boost will be a power attack. So this is scary.
This is scary indeed, but I do have a block token.
Yeah.
Which is going to give me an extra yellow dice at a minimum here.
So the pool is going to be black for his weapon here, and then there's a skill test. Now, because it's a cumbersome weapon, it takes normally 2 stamina. Draugr don't really monitor
Draugr don't
stamina.
care.
Yeah, Draugr don't care, so he adds a red rather than a yellow.
He's needing
so
a
the
3.
roll, critical success.
Oh, that means he gets an extra black dice.
Are you serious?
Well, that's a critical success.
Oh, boy. Okay, adding 1 more. Now, I don't know if he's got
I got
a
it
symbol.
right over here. It's now at piercing 1. So this has gone from bad to worse for me.
This is ridiculous.
As a total of 5 at piercing 1. This is going to force me to try to take a strength test with my poor Imperial to actually use his shield. And he has a strength of 3, so no, it is just a 7. That means he is not going to be able to survive this, and he has been wiped out by that Draugr. And Chris, you're 1/3 the way to your quest. I just commented to Chris that I felt like I was getting better at this game, and then I lose an Imperial Soldier at the first chance.
I want everyone to realize how unlikely of that event happening was, but nevertheless, it happened.
There it goes. All right, Chris,
So-
we're over to you now.
Okay, I am going to be taking this model here.
That is the criminal, the escaped criminal,
Oh boy, well,
Sven van Svenvig.
he's going to be making a range 6 move to get into base contact with the skeleton and the token.
Okay,
And I would really like...
so the skeleton will react at this point.
He does, and we are adjacent. So we will roll the dice, because he's within range 6. The skeleton gets a 3.
That's an attack as well, sir.
Is it?
Oh, wait, maybe not.
Path of Shadow.
Path of Shadow.
The 3 is a move.
Okay.
We're in base contact. We'll have to look at how this works.
All right, we'll be right back. So Chris faring a little bit better than me. You want to explain what the skeletal
Yeah.
archer is going to do, buddy?
So we went down the card, and it looks like it's taking a move action. Now, there's a difference between aggressive and cautious models. The skeleton is a cautious model, so the skeleton will not be making an attack as part of its move action. We are already the closest we can be from each other, the nearest target and the skeleton. So it will move, then it will try to block. It cannot block because it doesn't have a 2-handed weapon or a shield, so it will try to hide. And it can't hide because we are within line of sight, within 6 of each other, so it will just end its activation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll try to hit it now with my second action.
Okay. All right, these guys normally get a black dice, right,
Yep,
Chris?
a black dice for its test. I am using a stamina to try to make it a little more accurate here with the green token.
Needing a 4.
I have rolled a critical failure, so
Okay.
I have missed the skeleton.
All right. Good news from me. All right, so Chris was a miss there. As I'm going to activate Imperial Soldier number 2, my friend. He's just going to move up here at 6 and attack the Draugr that killed his buddy. So we will probably be boosting that for sure. So I'm spending 1 stamina to also boost accuracy. Now they normally get a red and a green. So he's going to be very accurate, but he needs a 3 here. See what we can do. We have rolled a 2
Nice.
and 1 damage.
1 damage. Does the Oblivion symbol add to your weapon?
No, I need the cross sabers to become pierce. So,
Gotcha. So very
maybe-
likely it'll save here.
and he
it did.
does. So we fail to do any damage to the Draugr, who only has 1 health, as we go back over to you, Chris.
Okay. What I would like to do is I'm going to go with my Dragonborn, and I am going to, I believe, take a sprint action to move up this way. I can only go speed of 8 rather than 9 because I am wearing heavy armor on my Dragonborn. So I'm going to be spending a stamina to come up here. And then, first, I guess I can't do it in the order I want. I wanted to take a ready action, but then I can't move, right?
Correct. Well, no, I think you can still move with ready.
Okay, I want to ready and then sprint.
Okay, now at that point, now I don't know if you can boost with a ready action, so let's check that real quick.
That might be the problem. Okay.
Good news for Chris is he can take that stamina to sprint after he took his ready action. Now the ready action is going to allow him to get a free attack off if somebody comes into base contact with him.
The Draugr has rolled a Dragonborn symbol, so he is part of the Path of Might. This is the objective.
Ah.
So I am not sure what happens here. We're going to have to come back.
So the way it works is this is the closest objective to him, and he's going to measure to see if anybody's within 3 inches of that closest objective, and he'll go attack that person. But as no one is going to be within 3 inches of that objective, I think...
Nearest special objective, nearest treasure token.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay. So I don't know if there are any special objectives.
No, it's just the treasure token. There are no objectives in this game, so it's just the treasure tokens.
Just treasure tokens, okay.
Alright, so I'm right on that one, correct?
Believe so.
Okay. That is going to make it go back to my turn, and Chris, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move another Imperial Soldier up with the regular move action to hit this Draugr again. This time, since I outnumber him and get an extra green dice, what I'm going to do is take a power blow attack and try to up my chances to kill him. A little cleanup before my Imperial Soldier attacks. We're going to throw a block token on that Draugr, and he's also activated. So now over to the Imperial, who has this guy outnumbered, and hopefully will put him down. Alright, so that sword is a red-green. I outnumber him for another green, and I'm boosting it with 1 stamina to add a yellow. Needing a 3 here. Don't fail me now. I've gotten a 4.
You got it.
Unfortunately, again, not doing a whole bunch of damage, but it could be enough to get him.
Most likely it will be.
He will roll yellow armor.
You roll yellow armor. Okay.
Alright. Huzzah! The Draugr has been cut down. As Chris would go over to you.
Alright, so I'm going to go with this guy right here, who is going to be able to move at speed 6 to base this guy right here. And then I am going to be swinging and going for accuracy with a stamina point.
Okay. Alright, Chris, so you got your black and you added a green with the stamina.
Yep. So seeing if I can't hit... Oh, wait a minute. I am outnumbering him. There's an additional green in there.
Green, so...
All
gained
right.
a 4 here. Chances are high.
Trying to get that Draugr. Critical success.
And they're black. And
super dead.
That will definitely kill him.
And that Dragonborn symbol is going to add another green.
All right.
Okay.
So 3, the best he can block is 2. And so that means he is dead.
We just take him off, yeah.
Chris is going to go ahead and take the skeleton off as I'm going to go ahead and activate my mage here. And what she's going to do, Chris, is she's going to move up just to the edge here. Plenty of range. And then she's going to be within 12 inches to fire at the skeleton. Since he's touching this piece of terrain, he won't be obscured by it. And we'll make sure that it's not going over this as well. But it looks like it's going to be clear.
Yeah.
Now she's equipped with Firebolt, which gives her a green and 2 yellow. And she is Destruction Mastery, which gives her an extra green. Now she needs a 4 here to get the skeleton.
Pretty likely.
She has rolled a 3 with a number of misses here, or minuses here. And she's also rolled a Dragonborn symbol. That's going to allow me to roll an extra red.
Okay. She's a dead skelly no matter what you roll.
So a total of 4.
Which
again,
cannot be beaten.
Can't be beaten. So he is on fire as he goes down in flames. All right, as we let the video run in there, what we've done is I have put that Draugr against the adversary deployment edge over there on Chris's side, so he will be running at Chris next turn.
Yep.
Counting up the number of models that you have in this zone right here, Chris, it beats Hardbar, so you will get 1 victory point for that. Now at the end of the turn, you can also spend victory points to level your guys up, but you need 5 to do that. So you'll just have 1 at this point as we go into turn 2 next. Chris, you have the priority token. You can choose to go first or second with the activations here.
You know, we're kind of at a standstill here. I think you should go first in this scenario.
With that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Hardbar again. Let's make sure he's within 6 here. I don't think there's going to be any issues. Now, at the beginning of the turn, I do get to remove 1 token from Magicka and Stamina, so he's back down to 0. He's going to move up to this right here.
Okay.
He's going to flip it as an empty. Now, the only way this goes bad for me is if I roll an X here, a critical fail, and I've rolled a 3. So I'm just going to be getting a treasure token here.
Get a bow.
Yeah, let's hoping for a bow.
It's Path of Might, too. He could use it.
Instead, he gets a Potion of Plentiful Healing.
Good. Oh,
1 use free action restore a black health worth of points.
Such an armored unit.
That will go along with his other Potion of Minor Healing. So,
oh boy,
he is doing pretty well there. That's going to end his activation. He did not go within 6 inches of any adversary, so nothing activated there.
Okay. So I think I should probably be going with Hardbar here, whose bow has a range of 20 if I'm going to take the lighter shot. And you guys are definitely at range 20, or at least the front guy is.
He is.
So I'm going to be making a shot. I can't boost it unless I just plan on losing my hide token. I'm going to try to keep it. So I'm going to be taking a shot at range 20, and we'll go to the dice.
Enemy models do obscure line of sight, but friendly models do not, so that's going to be a nice free shot at my Imperial. I really need you to fail this one. Now you need a 4 with his skill in archery.
Yes. Now here's the thing. I am from the Path of Shadow, so it means when I have a hide token, I get to add that to the result.
Instead of a yellow dice, which you would normally add for a hidden attack.
Yeah. So I'm not going to boost this because that is a guaranteed way for me to lose my hide token, even if I fail. So I'm going to go ahead and just try this. Rolling the attack. It is very accurate and it is very strong. And in fact, the Dragonborn symbol is going to give me Pierce 1 on the attack.
Okay, so there is no way my Imperial Soldier can stop this. So that is the second Imperial Soldier I have lost 2 turns in a row at the very start. That's not good for me. So Chris connected with that shot, which means he has to check his sneak skill, which is a 4.
I did not get it. So the sneak comes off. But fortunately, from my current position, I can take a hide action again. Or can I? I'm not obscured. I am obscured from that model. From him, yeah. So I take a hide action from my current position. And it is back to you.
All right, this is going pretty poorly for me at this point. What I think I'm going to do is let Hardbar do some work, hopefully. And we're going to conserve some combat power and activate this guy here. He's going to go back here. He's going to go back here. And for his second action, he is going to hide as well.
Okay.
So I will find the...
But are those not from the Path of Shadow? Do they lose their hide at the end of the activation?
Not at the end of the activation. He's going to be good for a while.
Okay.
As we'll go to you in a minute. All right, just to clarify, he will be hidden until he takes his next activation. The reason why he can't activate and move or do an action like Chris guy did not because he's not Path of Shadow, but because he does not have the sneak skill. So Chris, we're back to you at this point.
Okay. Even though I have the ready token, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Dragonborn to try to thin out some of these guys threatening my forces here. Let's go ahead and activate, and I'm going to make a speed 6 move.
So as soon as you activate him, you'll lose the ready token.
Okay. Or maybe since they're about to react,
yeah,
they're both about to react, I'm going to gain the ready token as my first action.
Okay.
And I'm going to move into base contact with the skeleton.
Well, as soon as you take that ready action, they would react.
Oh, then they go right now.
Yeah.
You're right. You are right. Okay.
So is that what you want to do?
It is, yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and roll. Starting with the skeleton, since he's the closest.
Skeleton Archer is going to be taking, with 3 stars on the Path of Shadow, he takes a move action.
So once again, he's going to be moving as close as he can to the Dragonborn.
Will he base him?
I think he stays a half an inch away, so we'll check that.
Okay.
Okay, the Skelly does move there, but then he cannot block or hide. So at this point, Chris, would you like to use your ready action?
I think I'm gonna have to, because although I would have preferred the Draugr be the one that bases me, you know, if I don't take care of this, you made a good point. I'll be outnumbered. So let's go ahead and try to swing at that skeleton.
All right. All right, Chris is going to be getting his... What kind of dice pool you got?
Well, I have this big old two-handed weapon, which is going to add black and yellow.
Okay.
I did boost accuracy, so I get to add the green, and there is the skill test dice. So we'll see how the roll goes. A 7 minus 3 is a 4. That is going to connect.
Yep, for 4 points of damage, was it going to kill a skeleton?
Yep, he cannot save that.
All right, Chris, so that is going to leave us with the Draugr.
Yep, who is still reacting off my first action. The 3, I believe, on the path of...
One moment. So with that roll, the Draugr is going to attack the closest model.
Okay. Which is going to go in a straight line. He is not going to need to sprint, which just means he's going to get to make a power attack on this one.
He's going to need to get through that Dragonborn's armor.
The
So
block is going to go down. Here we go. I can crit too and just make it like the worst thing ever.
let's go for
You wanna roll
worst.
it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Now the Draugr has a strength of 3.
But a lot of damage dice on there.
He has rolled a critical fail.
On a 5. Ooh.
Now, Chris, you can take your second action now.
I can't attack because I took a ready. So, unfortunately, I think there's nothing to do but sit here.
Are we sure that you can't attack because you took a ready? I think you can't take a ready if you attack.
Interesting.
Interesting
Let's look at
indeed. Okay, we checked, and you cannot do a ready action the same round you do an attack action.
Yes.
So
I've already readied.
Yep.
So the only thing I can left do here, I do have a two-handed weapon, so I will take a block.
Two-handed block. And awesome. And that's going to leave my Imperial Mage. First thing she's going to do, Chris, is she is going to go ahead and cast Oak Flesh on herself. Now, it's at a -2. And I do have the relevant skill. So if you can grab the white dice for me. What I need to do is roll a 6 or less here. Now it's cost 1. I've rolled a critical fail.
Of course.
So that's no good. My second action is going to be to take a ready action just in case any of your guys are foolish enough to come within 12 of me. Seems unlikely, but that's about all we can do right now.
Okay. So I have a couple actions left here. So I'm going to take this guy right here, and I believe I'm just going to base this Draugr.
Okay.
And I am going to... Oh, you know what? Silly us. I forgot to add the additional... The Dragonborn does things against Draugr, so I should have got something on that skeleton. You know, no big deal. But this is not...
You could blammoed it anyway.
I can blammo it anyway, but we're going to try right here with the Stormcloak Soldier against that Draugr.
Outnumbering them, and I should add that I did have to spend 1 magicka to not cast the Oak Flesh.
To not cast.
All right, Chris gets the black dice, and now, because he outnumbers him, you're going to get green dice. Do you want to boost this?
I'm going to boost it for additional accuracy, hoping that really only like a 8, 9, 10 or critical failure would cause me to miss here. It is critical failure.
Okay.
So that missed the Draugr.
Chris, since I'm out of activations, it's back to you, buddy. You got 1 more to go.
I do. I have this guy. Debating whether I want to try to search this thing or not, because he cannot use equipment. I think honestly, there's not a lot of value in him grabbing equipment unless I choose to transfer it. That's a lot of actions. So I'm going to come over here and try to hit this guy again.
Okay.
Oops.
Now, you can't outnumber anybody more than just outnumbering them, so he's just going to get the extra green dice here.
Yes. So I recover 1, but I'm spending that 1 on another accurate attack.
Okay.
All good. All right.
It's not helping me any.
No. So I'm going to try this here. On this attack,
Green to 4.
it is a 6, which does turn to 4. That is 2. Now, it does have a chance to not go down here.
Needs to roll a 2 here. There's a 1 in 6 chance for that.
And he gets it. He remains in play.
Is killing it.
Is amazing.
Okay, so that's all the activations for both Chris and I. That's going to leave that Draugr over on Chris's side.
3 to pull from the stack, but this is the only one we can pull, so we're just going to act like we pulled it.
Cross swords.
Swords on might means it's a move action. So this guy will go a sprint action to the closest enemy model, which I believe is going to be that.
Agreed.
So he's going to move 9. He's got to kind of cut it to the side a little bit in order to get around that fence. So he's going to go right there.
And then he's going to throw up a block action with his two-handed sword, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
All right, so we'll get a block token, and I got one over here, buddy.
Okay. But I've got one as well.
All right, so after that, what we do is we go to the event cards.
Okay, now it is even rounds, so it's my turn to draw here. The event we pulled is disease.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Each one of your models, choose one of your models, each of us. That model must pass an endurance test or receive the disease diminishing effect card.
Okay. So, Chris,
right.
I know who I'm going to pick. It's going to be my mage. Because she doesn't care if she's diseased. Now, her endurance is a solid, looks like 3.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. So, a 3 or less, and she'll be just fine. She has rolled an 8. She is not fine, sir. So, what we do is we add this card over here, and that's going to reduce her strength and reduce her endurance. Now, where this will hurt is if she goes down, because you have a special save roll at that.
Yes.
But that'll be okay.
I'm going to do it on the non-criminal, so I'm going to go for number 2.
Okay.
If you want to hand me the skill dice here, please.
Now, your endurance is what?
My endurance with the Stormcloak is 4.
Okay.
So going for 4 or better. Critical failure. Super disease.
So we'll get a disease card for you as well. Now, how many activations are adversaries are coming out with this event card?
There's going to be 2 adversaries that come out.
All right, so we'll pull those out and put them on the board, and then we'll come back. Chris, you drew a skeleton archer and placed him on my side of the board next to Hardbar and this hidden Imperial soldier. I also drew a skeleton archer and threw him on Chris's side of the board where that Draugr just moved from. So with that, we go to scoring, and I only have 2 models in this corner compared to your 3. So once again, or at least 3, you will score this for a second victory point, correct?
Yes.
And the score is now 2-0 as we go into turn 3?
Yes.
All right. Chris, taking a look around the board, Hardvar is not in range to go attack anybody except for the skeleton. That's a waste of his talents. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have you go first, sir.
Okay. I'm going to take number 2 here.
Okay.
Who is diseased. So I have less strength.
Yeah, it's going to be minus one strength and minus 2 endurance for him.
Right. Okay. I'm still going to try to take this guy out. So I'm going to gain my stamina. I'm going to make this an accurate attack.
Okay. All right. So you get an extra green dice because you outnumber them. Yep. And you're needing a 3 at this point because you are diseased.
Right. I'm a little sick, but that's okay. So, and the 2 swords.
That's something good.
It means follow-up. So I get to attack this thing again.
If he survives somehow, which he does not.
Okay.
Chris has dispatched the Draugr and is now taking his second action.
Okay. I'm going to try to get this guy. Ooh, should I do that? I'm afraid of you getting victory points for just simply moving some guy. I got a couple guys. Okay, I'm going to come over here with a sprint.
Okay.
Sure. And what that will do is...
move number 1 closer to me.
Yep. And so that will be a second token on number 2.
Okay, so second stamina token. That's his maximum.
And that was 2 actions.
Okay. So at this point, Chris, I'm going to measure 12 inches to the escaped criminal.
That's not the criminal. Oh, right here.
Yeah, Sven Svensson.
Sven Svensson.
And we're going to come get Sven Svensson.
Okay.
It's going to expose my mage, but really, we're losing badly at this point. So what I think I'm going to do, Chris, is she is going to be a little bit... She's not going over there because I don't want her to fail that, but she's going to be within 9, and she just sidesteps over here.
So she's going to sprint.
That's like 1.5 inches. She is sprinting, and then plenty of room to get there.
Okay.
So she's going to be at 12 here. Now, of course, when she activates, she loses her ready token. And she is going to go ahead and do a flame bolt.
That's right.
At number 1. So this is 2 green and 2 yellow, Chris.
Okay.
And I think what I'm going to do... I don't want to fail this.
Are you going to use your Imperial Luck?
But that seems like a waste as well.
It's very unlikely that you fail this, but there's critical misses on that dice.
Let's use Imperial Luck while we have it.
Okay.
And what that says is once per game, I can automatically roll a 1. So I roll a 1 there. Now I still roll these as well, because maybe I get a dragon symbol.
Which would be really powerful.
As I gotten 3 hits through.
Just good damage.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's roll our 1 dice. Okay, so I did block 1, so I'm taking 2 damage, and I am now ignited.
You're on fire. So bold play there, as she has put the criminal on fire now. That means at the start of Chris's turn, he will take a damage. There are some ways to put that guy so he's no longer on fire. Unfortunately, there's no water on this board. So he's either going to have somebody come to his aid, or he can take a test to see if he can put out the flames himself.
Sure.
Risky proposition.
Well, what I am going to have to do here is I kind of would like to be within 10 of you and not within 8 of you, but that's just not going to be possible. This guy should be the one that goes, as you are still outside of sprinting range here. So, oh, you have the other hidden guy back there. Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to still go with this guy.
Okay.
I am going to make a ranged attack on your mage.
Okay.
And it is at the long range of this bow.
And you are hidden.
And I am hidden.
This is where you really wished Oak Flesh would have gone off
Yeah.
the last turn. Maybe that's, well...
So this is the normal pool here. I get to add the red for being Path of Shadow. We'll take our roll. A 5, that is a hit. Now, unfortunately, that is going to be a Pierce 1.
Just Pierce 1?
I believe the
I can
Dragonborn
handle
symbol,
Pierce 1.
The Dragonborn symbol is Pierce 1. The Cross Sabers is Pierce 2.
So I got 3 health here.
So you got to roll a 2.
I have rolled 2.
Okay.
So she's down to a single wound, but alive.
Yes.
So since Chris connected with that, he has to take a sneak test of 4 or less.
I critical failed, so I lose my sneak.
That's good for me.
And unfortunately, my guys are no longer in the way. So because there is clear line of sight to an enemy model, doesn't matter if it's range 6 or more.
Yes.
I can't hide out in the open just like this. So
we see you.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to run right around here.
Okay, so that way he is obscured for the next turn.
Yep, and I can hopefully prepare here. And then it's back to you.
Okay. I think this Imperial Guardsman, or Imperial Soldier, is going to activate next.
Okay.
And we're going to see if he's within 9 inches of the skeleton. He is indeed within 9 inches. So what he's going to do is, since he's taking an activation, he's going to lose his hidden. But he is going to go ahead and sprint towards here. And then he's going to attack the skeleton.
Okay.
And it's going to be an accurate, powerful blow attack. So we'll need that white dice. As I get a red, a green for the sword, and then a yellow and a green. I'm needing a 3 or better here. 3 or lower. I have gotten a critical miss. Critical miss, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. Now, slight mistake there. We're going to have to redo my roll because that skeleton must react before.
Oh.
So let's see what his action is.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, black dice.
So where... Oh, we added one of mine to pool there. Cross Sabers. So the
Path of Shadow.
Cross Sabers, Path of Shadow is going to be an attack.
Okay, which actually means he moves out of contact with me.
Or does he perform his melee attack?
He does not. We'll double check.
Okay.
So I was mistaken here. He will be using his melee attack against me. As I got focus. There we go.
Okay. Oh, he's got to do this. Yeah.
Yep. So
melee attack. It's critical fail.
And now I've already rolled my attack against him, which was a critical fail as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be it for my Imperial Soldier and that Skeleton Archer. As Chris reaches across the table. Well done, sir.
Helpful. So
we
I am
wax him
next
up.
here. And I don't want that guy to stay on fire, but I also don't want him to die. And as much as I hate having to use a unit to put out flames, I'm using a unit to put out flames.
Not just a unit, the
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Now I know. It hurts. I'm intending to use the unit in such a way where you cannot charge me this turn.
And I can only move 8 inches with my heavy armor.
So I'm going to take a move action. I guess I still get to keep my block.
Okay, you do get to recover any stamina that you might have, or at least 1 stamina.
Yes.
So there we go for that.
And this is going to be an 8 action. And the 8 action is going to allow you to remove one of these kind of tokens or symbols from an adjacent ally. So I remove the fire.
All right, which is going to leave Hardbar to go next. And as we already measured, I am outside of range to do anything good here. So it really becomes a question of what the heck should I do? And I think what the heck I should do is probably... This game is not going well for me, Chris.
No, not this one.
All right, so the first thing I would do is remove a stamina and magicka, but I don't have any of those on me right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and sprint up here to kind of force the action. And at this point, for my second action, that cost me a stamina to boost that. And I'm going to take a block token next.
Okay. I want to check something real quick because it's kind of detrimental. So your mage is definitely in the home sector, not able to be counted as this sector.
Okay.
So that's huge because I'd hate to give you 3 victory points to take this from me, as I started with control of it this round. So already I got these 2 guys in this sector, and you've got those 2 guys, and you are out of activations.
Yes.
So I need to get away, as it seems like you'll plan to continue. But that's 2 victory points. Maybe I should run around here. I am going to, I'm just going to sprint towards this board edge.
Okay.
About that far. And that will be a stamina. This is unit 1. So I recover 1 and I use 1. And then I am going to be taking a ready action.
Okay. So with that, that should be the end of all of our people's actions. So we go to our friends over there,
Yes.
the Draugr and the Skeletal Archer.
It looks like we still have 3 on the board, which will be all 3. Oh, we have 4. No, we have 3.
Well, this one has activated.
So we just have these 2.
So just those 2.
They will be drawn, so we'll just go in order.
Yeah, that will be fine.
This will roll a 2.
That's an attack, I believe.
That is an attack. Now, what it does on the attack is it tries to do the best. He's an aggressive model, so he's going to sprint up here. He's going to do the best he can at attacking, which is to just sit there, and he still has a block, so he blocks again.
We're closing in on the Dragonborn. As so he would lose his block when he sprinted, and then he gains it again. So, and now the Skeletal Archer.
Skeletal Archer.
Oblivion symbol.
Yes, this is going to be an attack action from Shadow. Now, I think it has a target from where he's at, because that is range 14.
Yeah, and he can go up to 16.
Yep. So I guess the question is, does he move before making that shot?
I do not believe so. So I think we'll be going to the dice after we double check that.
Okay.
This is pretty easy. It's if he can attack, he attacks. So he can attack. This is going to be, for the Skeleton Archer, a 2 yellow dice pool. He needs a 3 to hit.
Now, they do boost whenever they can. He has not spent stamina yet, so he's going to take an accurate attack.
Well, that helps. Now, you are obscured by the fence, by the way.
I am. So I get to roll a bit more defense here.
I will roll, because it's going to be going so well for me.
It's hitting me, right?
So 3 for 2 damage, but now you get to roll 2 yellow
in
return.
See how it goes, and I have blocked it.
You have blocked it. So that's it for the adversary reactions, as so now we can go to the event card, Chris.
Yep, and you are the next to draw because it's round 3.
I am. Which one's that's right there? I have pulled Khajiit has wares. You may spend 3 victory points if you have them. I do not.
Oh, I don't have them either.
Flip them to the spent side. Okay, so if that is that, so we have 2 new adversaries that will be coming on the board. So we'll randomize those and bring them on. So I finally got a bit of luck pulling the Draugr Overlord. He's a master level guy, so he is tough. And I've placed him just outside of 6 inches of Chris's champion there.
Yeah.
Whose name is Rayloff. And Chris has pulled a just regular Draugr. He has placed them on my board edge near my deployment zone. Kind of equidistance between that Imperial soldier engaged with the skeleton and the Imperial mage. So now scoring, Chris.
I've got a couple this time. This guy's actually sitting on the line on both. So he is actually going to get this point.
Okay.
And then I've actually got this one with 3 units on this half to your 2.
Okay.
So I should have gotten both of these points. Yeah.
All right, so you're going to pick up 2 points here, you say?
I am.
Okay. So with that, we will come back for turn 4 next. All right, Chris, you got priority. Where would you like to begin?
Would really like to take that mage out. And so what I'm going to do is I've got Rayloff right here who is not hidden. Now, fortunately for me, I get to go ahead and take a hide action for my mat because I'm further in range 6. And if we go from edge to edge, he is going to be crossing that on one of the possible.
Now, did you check to see if you're within range 6 of good old Hardbar?
I did not.
Hero of Helgen.
I have not, and I might be too close.
I think you might be.
Okay, I think I might be. Well, that is a bummer. Don't know if there's much reason for me to shoot now. Which will kind of solve my action for me. I'm going to go with the Dragonborn.
Okay. The
Dragonborn is going to come right up here to Hardbar.
Okay.
We're going to get in one of those cool kind of battles. I'm going to swing.
Gotcha. Now, fortunately for Hardbar, he does have a block token from the last turn.
He does.
That carries over.
This is my attack. And I have just placed 2 stamina on my guy. Because I think you are so armored, sir, I should probably try to go for broke.
I am pretty armored.
So I am needing a 5 or less for this to hit. But there are some good tokens in here. So we'll see how this pans out. And it does not. Now, critical miss.
Yeah, so you get to recover either
1 stamina.
Health, stamina, or magicka. You're going to go with the...
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yep,
so we should have... We're doing this slightly out of order. The Draugr would have activated as soon as Chris moved.
Yep. So 2 in cross sabers on Path of Might. So that is a move action. So he is going to come up and hit me.
He is aggressive, folks.
He is aggressive. So let us see how well he does. That is less than 6, so it gets to be a power attack.
Okay, he's going to lose that block token and do a power attack.
Woohoo. Oh boy.
Chris, this is how things go with me. I feel like I got a chance. I'm creeping back into the game.
And then... No, we'll see.
He needs a 3 here.
We shall see.
He has rolled a 6. Now
it's a 9.
That's a 9. So that, even with the dragon symbol, which would make a piercing 1, he misses.
Just enough to scare me.
Hardbar is okay, and he's kind of safe there. So what I'm going to do next, Chris, is I'm going to go ahead and activate my Imperial Mage.
Okay.
And what she is going to do is... recover one of these. And I think what she's going to do, she's going to sprint out over this way as I get my tape measure ready.
Okay.
And try to take care of that sneaking storm guy. This will be an obstructed attack, unfortunately.
But you got enough dice.
But I got enough dice with some good luck here. Let's try it.
All right. This one's just 3 health, unlike the other guy.
2 green, 2 yellow. It is a flame attack. All right. Let's. We need a 4 or less here. We have rolled a critical failure, but the potion does mean I can get a health back. So I got that going for me.
Yep.
So with that potion, she is now at 1 health and 2 magicka.
She's still on her side.
Yes, she is. She's protecting her zone, Chris.
Yeah, I wanted to sprint past her.
Yes, she is done.
She is guarding those 3 victory points.
Yes.
And I can't leave because then you're going to get a zone I controlled at the start. So I'm kind of locked to be here with you. So I think, unfortunately, the next thing I should do here is probably going to be to sprint up to you and try to get into this combat. It will need to be a sprint. So I recover 1 stamina and I spend it, which still puts me at 2.
Okay.
To come up here and base you, which means I can't do anything extra on this attack. But I do get to try to hit you.
Okay.
I should have took this oath.
Oak flesh, my kingdom for some oak flesh.
Well, this is all you're facing.
Is this
on
the
this.
guy who's diseased now?
It is. Yes.
Okay, so his strength is -1 at this point, Chris.
Yes, that is true. So it's even harder to hit.
Now the good news for you is my endurance is also -1. So if you knock me down, I might stay down.
Well, I'm looking at a 3 here. I did not. Oh, actually, that will add a green dice.
There's a chance. So the Dragonborn
so
symbol.
I need to roll. There's a couple 3s on here.
Don't start.
No,
okay.
More Dragon Balls. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So you might notice he rolled another Dragonborn symbol. You might be asking why he doesn't get to add another green dice. No matter how many dice you roll, how many symbols you get, you can only use 1 symbol during that dice roll. So we got an epic fight going on over there. As Chris, I'm going to go to my Imperial Soldier here.
Okay.
He's going to start off. First thing he does is knocks this down to 1. That's his stamina. He's going to attack you. He's going to spend the stamina for accuracy here.
Okay.
And not attack you, but attack this skeleton.
Okay.
So needing a 3, I get 2 green, a red. Get him, buddy. He is a critical fail. Goodness, I think there's only 2 of those on the 20-sided dice, and yet
3. You gotta roll 1, 2, or 3.
Terrible. Yeah. Now, with that guy failing, Chris, this guy will activate and try to do something to me. Let's roll that black dice that you keep putting back in here.
It wants to go home.
Oblivion symbol.
Oblivion symbol. He is Path of Shadow, correct?
Yep.
It's an attack.
A melee attack again.
Here you go. You ready for this yellow dice?
Yeah, let's
just
go ahead.
roll here. Oh, miss.
He does miss.
All right, that's his turn.
Now, I do have a second action here with my guy. And as this Draugr is kind of skirting up on me, I think I'm going to take a block for my second action, buddy.
Okay.
And he is done.
All right. So I guess I really only have Rayloff or this guy. I think Rayloff should be the one who takes a move. I'm going to have to sprint, and I'm getting out from where I'm at. Because I have no reason to be here. So let's go 2 inches that way, and then I got 7 more. I can't lose this point. So I'm going to come up along this fence line to end right there.
Okay.
And for my second action, making sure I didn't.
That will cost a stamina there.
Yep. So I place 1 on the card. I want a ready.
Ready, I like it.
Yes.
The reason why you should ready, my friend, is because I will be withdrawing from the Dragonborn and moving into Rayloff.
Okay, so I get to roll this.
All right. Now, you do have the Ranger keyword.
So first I get to make the melee attack against your withdraw.
Yes. Let's start there.
And I currently have 2 stamina points available with that attack. Man, I really want to smack him.
I keep forgetting about the free attack when you withdraw. But this is still the action I would take.
I really want to smack him. So I'm going to spend my last 2 stamina on this guy.
Okay.
To really try to get some good damage through.
You better kill him because I got health potions galore.
I know, right? I could burn some of them.
You need a 5 here.
So, needing a 5, rolling the dice. There's a critical success.
And Dragonborn symbol. So go ahead and roll your black dice.
Oh, boy. Okay, so at least they're all pretty low. Now, the Dragonborn symbol is going to give this stagger.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
But not great. It doesn't help you too much.
You are sitting at 5.
Sitting at 5, he has 4 health. And I'm rolling 2 yellow... No, I'm rolling a black and a yellow dice at this point.
Yes.
I think I'm not going to be using the shield token. And just sticking with the normal yellow dice I get for having a shield token up.
Okay.
Block it! I have blocked 3 and rolled an Oblivion symbol, which does not help me. So I take 2 damage.
Which is assumed to go away.
Yes. So I've taken 2 damage on Hardbar. Now I will be using his Potion of Plentiful Healing, which will allow me to roll a black dice and take that many wounds off of me.
2.
For 2. Hardvard is just fine. He is going to spend 2 stamina himself.
He is staggered, sir. Or stunned. What do you call it?
Oh.
Stagger.
But there's no token for staggered on him.
Yeah, but...
How can he be staggered without a stagger token?
but because I did it.
He's going to spend... he's going to have to drop his block here. He gets to spend no stamina because he is staggered. Mm-hmm. And if Chris was attacking him, he would get a +2 automatically. But that's not going to happen. So I will be attacking you normal-like. Alright, so this is a green and 2 yellow. And if I get a Dragonborn symbol, it's piercing 1.
Okay. Could be good.
Need a 4 here. I've rolled a critical failure.
No way! No way!
Jeebus! Alright, so Chris, you got 1 guy left.
I do. And I'm going to have to stay in. I think I'm going to sprint. Or I might not need to. I'm going to try to take care of this Draugr that's tying me up.
Okay.
I do need to sprint. So the stamina that I would be getting back, I get to go here and use. Now, this will add a... I lose my ready token to do this. This will get to add a green die for these 2 models engaged.
Now, is this worth pointing out? Now, with your Stormcloak rules, could you actually take a power attack because you're within 3 inches of your champion?
Actually, but this guy doesn't have that ability.
But he doesn't have that ability.
That's the other one.
So what's the actual Stormcloak special rule for you? What are you getting for being a Stormcloak?
Great question. I forget.
All right, so we're going to look that up as Chris goes ahead and attacks me. Okay, so what the special rule is, by the way, is when the party champion, in this case Rayloff, is engaged, all units within 3 inches of him gain the Line Breaker special rule to get around blocks.
Yes.
Which
they don't have
to help your Dragonborn.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have a block up, but I do get the green for being multiple units around this Draugr. So let's see if I can't hit him. Critical fail.
Critical fail.
All right.
Oh, we need some new white dice, folks.
Yeah, I'm still dual.
All right, so at this point, Chris, I think it's the end of the activation for our units.
It is.
So we're going to be going, I think we got 3 units altogether?
We do, so they're each going to go.
They're each going to go. So let's start with the Skelly over there.
Okay, Skelly.
I used that black dice somewhere, but let's use this one for now.
Stack. Okay.
It's over by you.
Oblivion
is an attack.
With a shadow. Oblivion is an attack. He's going to have to attack me.
Well, you're engaged, but he can still attack you.
Yeah, because we're different models here. The only thing here is if he critically fails, which we've been rolling a lot of, he hits you.
That would be terrible. Now, we do have to measure and get him into a range of 16 here.
Oh, is he not already? I guess that's
I think he's going to have to move up a bit.
He is going to have to move up a bit, which he does.
Okay. But we'll not have to sprint, so he's still going to be accurate here.
So he still moves 6 because he moves the full distance.
Yeah.
2 right there. It is an obstructed shot still.
Yeah, since he's not touching the barrier, we'll be obstructed.
Okay.
Need a 3 here.
2 yellow and a white. Hey,
for 3.
What just happened?
What? Now you get to roll 2 dice here.
I do. So these 2 dice. So I take 1 wound.
Okay. That's a little help.
No.
So Skeleton Archer does a wound onto the Stormcloak soldier there as we go to this Draugr next.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and roll his dice.
Here comes the Overlord. He
no. Yeah, you're right.
Path of Might, he's making an attack.
Okay.
So he does sprint.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the question is, does he try to hurdle the obstacle?
He would, yes.
Now, range of 9 can get him in adjacent to Hardbar, I'd say right there.
Uh-huh.
So he would have to... Oh, can he stand there, though? I mean, this is rough.
Yeah, I think he can. I don't think there's going to be issues there. Because he's going to be going after Rayloff because he's closest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Does that a base fit? Between
Yeah, that's got to fit.
Because they're 1-inch bases, right?
Yeah.
Well, we got to try that agility test.
Yeah, we do. But he can definitely fit there.
Okay.
All right, so the agility test for...
The Draugr Overlord, he is sitting at 3 agility.
Okay, now we did say it is -1 here due to the fact that it is a wooden fence. So
it's true.
See what we get here. We have rolled a 6. So he actually does not jump the fence, but he does have a ranged attack, you said, right?
He does.
So he's going to try that at this point.
He is. So, his ranged attack is going to be...
We'll check it out.
At 6 inches, red-yellow.
Nice.
He hasn't... Oh, he hasn't boosted. He did try to boost. He tried to sprint.
He did sprint to get all the way up there. So
here is a red-yellow.
Yep.
For the roll. Hopefully... Oh, he hits me. But I think that symbol's going to do something.
You know, by the way, his ranged attack is his preferred attack.
No way.
Yeah, so he would have done that. So he would have moved 6 inches and then ranged attack. Okay. Yeah, I think.
He rolled a sword?
He rolled a sword.
Okay, cool. So this is 2 damage.
2. You are obstructed at this point.
Oh, okay. So piercing 2. I do have red armor with the white. So I rolled a 3, but the Oblivion symbol.
Get out of here.
Gets to add another yellow. Oh, that'll turn 4 to 2. I did block it. I mean, it could have just been higher. This is the only 1 symbol.
You gotta be kidding me!
I don't go down.
All right, so we ended up moving him back an inch or so, and actually, I lose my staggered token after my activation.
Yeah.
So that is it for that. So next thing we gotta do, my friend, is draw an event card.
Right. And I just want to make sure our scoring. Okay. So, you are up to the event card.
No, you have priority, sir, on turn 4.
We are on turn 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Secret paths. Choose one friendly model that isn't staggered or incapacitated. That model may immediately move up to 6 inches, ignoring terrain and other models. It may not end this move in contact with an enemy or impassable terrain. Well, this is kind of silly. It's not engaged, right?
It doesn't say
staggered or incapacitated. So I do this first, and then you do this?
Yep.
Well, and it moves 6 inches?
Yep.
So this is going to mess up all of our scoring.
This is key.
So I already have 3 guys here.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like you can do that.
Okay.
But you can come in here.
Who can come in there?
She can come into this side. So maybe...
We still got 1 Draugr left, too. So.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go ahead and roll that real quick.
Okay. It rolls sabers on might. It's a move action. So he's going to sprint up there.
And attack my...
Try to hit you.
Now, he is outnumbered at this point.
Yeah. But he... Okay. Oops. Adding the green die to the roll.
Needing a...
Critical hit.
So go ahead and roll another black.
Oh, boy. 3 with a Dragonborn symbol.
It's right here, which is now Pierce 1.
It's Oh yeah, it is Pierce 1. Jeez, well you got the block.
I'm gonna try to use my strength test.
Okay.
On a 3 or less, which I got.
You got it. So you add a red to your result.
So I add a red and a yellow.
Okay.
For 2, now I gotta double check, because if it stands like that, I will die. And on my defense, a Dragonborn symbol means I get to add another yellow.
Oh.
Okay.
It's just teasing you.
It's out.
Just a tease. It was a tease.
Jesus.
I knew it right from the moment you picked it up.
All right. I don't know, folks. All right. You are now up to move somebody. Let's take a second to think about this.
Okay.
Chris has made a decision here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I never took that ready action, but I only have an unarmed strike and melee, so I'm not going to even do it. Because there's no possible... I guess I could critical hit that.
You could.
But that's okay. I missed the timing. So I'm going to make... That is too far. It's a speed 6 move. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. Now, I think you've made a little bit of a mistake here, and I wasn't going to stop you like I normally would, because my luck has been rubbish. So I'm going to make a 6-inch move via the secret path.
Oh.
And get into your zone.
Oh, okay.
So at this point...
You're going to get 3 points for that.
We're going to score. You're going to get 1 point for controlling this area at a score of 3 to nothing.
2, oh wait, 2, because I have this one.
Do you have that one? Who do you have that one with?
This guy right here is actually... See?
Okay.
Stepping on both.
All right. So you're going to get 2, and I'm going to get 3. Now at this point, how many points do you have?
I have 6.
Do you want to spend 2 points in order to upgrade
Spend
a
5
character?
points?
And I think we're doing this a little bit out of order because before we do this, we got to bring in the guys. Yeah. So
did I draw an event?
You
I
did.
Think I was just
that's
about
what the
to...
hidden path is. What you. Drew.
Oh yes, and that's what we did, and now
Yeah.
we spawn guys from the hidden path.
Yeah. And then we'll do victory points.
It's 2 guys.
Okay. So we'll come get those spawned next.
There's only. Oh, is there only 2 guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yep. So it's going to be a question of who spawns the big guy. Yep. All right. So Chris has put the Draugr champion over there, while I've placed another skeletal archer over here to try to give Ragnar a tough time. Mm-hmm. At this point, Chris, the scores are going to remain. You get 2 victory points. I have gained 3 victory points, and you have the ability to score or spend up to 5 victory points to level a character, essentially.
I think I should actually go with the Rayloff here.
Rayloff, thank you. I call him Ragnar. So at this point, he loses any tokens that he has on him for that stamina, and if he had health issues, those would go away as well.
Okay.
And I cannot score, so we're going to go to turn 5 now and see how this plays out. We're at turn 5, Chris. I have priority at this point, and I'm going to start with my Imperial Mage. Now, she is armed with a sword. She's going to recover that Magicka. She took one off at the end of the round because of regeneration. And now, because at the start of the round she takes one off, she is going to go ahead and use the Steel Sword against you, boosting that up for both accuracy and strength. That's going to take all of her stamina.
Okay.
As we mitigate the effects of disease there as well. So this is going to be 2 green and 2 yellow. I should probably know what her strength is. I'm betting it's a 3. It is indeed a 3. So let's get him, girl. As she rolls a 2.
But not a lot of
now the Dragonborn symbol lets me restore 1 stamina. So.
Okay.
Now I was supposed to roll an extra yellow dice because I did boost it. So let me roll that one real quick. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, blocked.
Remove a stamina. Now my second action, Chris, is she is going to go ahead and try that oak skin spell again.
Okay.
Needing a 6. She has rolled a 5, so she is now a little tougher than she was. All right, so a little housekeeping. The oak flesh is going to cost her 1 magicka. She got 1 stamina back because of the sword, and then oak flesh is a recurring spell. You have to keep that in play by spending a magicka token at the beginning of each of her activations. So she's good there. All right, so Chris, she is done. As we go to you.
Done. If I withdraw, I can't sprint, right?
That's correct.
That is a bummer. This is round 5, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to accept the fact that this guy's going to probably die. And we're going to attack that Draugr that is holding me down.
Okay, now how much stamina does he have?
He is going to go back 2 full because this is number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So he is nothing there. So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll accuracy. Okay.
All right, so Chris does outnumber the Draugr, so he's automatically getting a green dice. You don't have to do a lot of damage to these
Don't know what
guys
to
to
do
kill
here.
them.
I know, but there's a few one sides on this.
There are, and I
won't
found them
kill
all.
them. Yeah. So, well, there's a critical failure.
But you do have a potion,
I do get to restore that 1 stamina.
or you can take a wound off of them.
Oh. That
Oh.
one is not even wounded.
No, he's wounded. Because he was this is the criminal, man.
You lit him on fire, right?
I did. He had 2 wounds on him at one point.
Right. Oh, it's down here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Woo!
Woo, okay.
Now, Chris, as I'm looking around at my other activation, I realize you have met your objective, so you would score that at the end of the last turn.
Oh, yes.
You've killed 3 out of my
The
5
three-
guys.
The 3 victory points for the objective.
That's 3 victory points.
It is.
This has gone from bad to worse. At this point, let's just maybe last activation of the game. You put a shield on him, 2-handed block.
Yeah, 2-handed
All right,
block.
I'm going to activate Hardbar. He's going to come in here, and he has no stamina, so he is going to boost it this time because you can't stop him.
Oh man, stagger.
Power and accuracy. Try to take out that guy.
Okay.
All right, power and accuracy. Now he normally gets a green and 2 yellow. Add a green, add a yellow. Of note here, you can never have more than 3 of one color dice in your dice pool. Needing a 4 here. I roll a 5, so that's a hit. But no specials.
3 damage.
Now you have a block here, 2-handed block.
Let's try our 2-handed block.
Strength test of 4.
Did
roll
not
a
get
9, so he does not get any
so
help from there.
here's the roll for that. I did block 1, which means I will be taking 2 wounds, and thanks to that potion that I got, I'm still going to be in.
And the Oblivion symbol does nothing for you.
No, not on normal defense.
Okay. Alright, Chris, that's going to be it for me there, as that guy still stands.
Okay. Oh, I am a fool. The Draugr should have responded to me trying to strike him.
Oh, yeah, so
We're doing real good at this game.
it's a complex game.
And I am the wounded target, so I am the one that he wants to hit.
Alright, so
So he might be dead.
let's try that again. Let's see.
Okay. 1 in Dragonborn symbol means might is going to go for objective.
Okay, so he is
We are
within
3.
3 inches, so he's going to go to his normal target progression there and attack your guy.
Yep, will be an attack.
Not just an attack, it is a boosted attack at this point.
Yep, and he is aggressive though, so he swings for damage.
Okay.
So you want to try to do that roll there?
So need a 3 or less here.
Can happen.
He's rolled a 5.
It did not.
5, folks. So that's it for my activations. Now, a rule in this game, by the way, is he is also within 6, eh?
Yeah. Oh man.
Let's go ahead and activate him.
We're really good at this.
It's getting late.
Yep. 3 Path of Might is an attack action. He's going to once again try to clear the barrier, and the Dragonborn is going to be the closest target now.
Okay, so he will definitely move closer. So let's see if he passes this agility test at a
He
1.
does.
So he does. But he is going to stay. Now, he has a ranged attack as his preference.
Oh, so why would he clear it?
Yeah, he's just going to move up to it, I believe.
Yeah,
Not even that. He doesn't even move up to it.
So he keeps the obstruction, or does he
We'll
come
check,
up to it?
but I think he's going to keep the obstructed.
Okay.
Since he is cautious, he just stays there and shoots, my friend. But he's going to go ahead and boost that. So it's going to be a green, a red, and a yellow at the Dragonborn. Because he's the nearest enemy, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're looking for?
Yeah.
All right, so he is looking for a strength symbol here, which means criticals don't help him in the same way it would help other things. Need a 5. What is that? That is a 4. Doing 3 points of damage.
Okay. Well, I have black and yellow for armor, and then the obstruction adds yellow. So my Dragonborn is very armored, and I am ignoring the damage.
5 of the 3 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now I think we're all caught up.
Yep.
Nothing has really changed.
Nope.
As number 1, the escaped criminal remains escaped and alive, and the Dragonborn took no damage there.
So my question here, he's got his melee attack, but I've got 2 health left.
Mm-hmm.
But aren't I in each zone?
Yeah, so at the end of his turn, you should have to pick a zone and declare it.
Yeah, I haven't gone yet. But I believe I pick this zone, and then he comes over here in this zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the home zone.
Yeah.
Netting me another 3, and then 4.
Are you saying I should concede?
If you want to.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Good game?
Good game, Michael.
Let's come back and talk about it. Hey, it's Michael and Chris. We're from the War Corgi YouTube network, and if you watch the Fifth Trooper and listen to their podcast, you probably have also seen our battle reports on the War Corgi YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. But now we are doing one for our friends over at the Fifth Trooper.
Yes.
So our friends over the Fifth Trooper have a web store, and they are now offering miniature games, and one of those games is Elder Scrolls. So I texted Jay yesterday and asked him if I could produce a video battle report so that the Greater Legion community and anybody who stumbles upon it can get to know this really neat game.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Call to Arms.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
It has been a ton of fun. If you're looking for a good fantasy setting for playing a game, I'd say this one is definitely scratching those itches.
Yeah.
And since we are on the Fifth Trooper and a lot of fans here will have played Star Wars Legion, I would say it compares very favorably to Star Wars Legion.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of similarities. So this is one of those games where it's not like everyone moves and everyone shoots and everyone does a melee attack. This is one of those games where you have 10 options to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
But only get 2 activations per turn.
Yeah.
So you have to really kind of think through what you want your guys to do. Now, Chris and I, this was our 3rd and 4th game of Elder Scrolls tonight.
Yeah.
And we recorded the 4th game. And we're still learning a lot. So I would say our gameplay has a lot of room to improve, but we're starting to get a better grasp of the rules. Now, we'll tell you this game is more involved than Star Wars Legion in many ways.
Yes. Yep. So many keywords. You know, when Legion came out, what was there, like 5 keywords in the game?
Yeah.
And right now you just got pages and pages. And why? Because this one unit, when they level up, they get this keyword. Or this one... adversary that's in the game has this keyword. So you really have to learn. There's all kinds of scenarios, like shooting into melee. Well, I guess you can't do it, but if both of them are your enemy, it's cool. So you got to learn those rules.
And then you might hit him or you might hit the other guy depending on what you roll.
And so they really allow you to kind of do so much. But if they're going to allow you to do so much, they got to cover all kinds of scenarios.
And this game is made by Modifius, and one of the things that they did really well is they captured the online video game Skyrim.
Yeah.
So when we talk about all those keywords and those skills and those perks, they're all pulled from Skyrim, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if you're a big Skyrim fan, you're going to see those, and some of that stuff's going to click pretty quickly. If you're not, then it's just going to take a little bit more time to understand it. But it is really cool.
Yeah.
So this game tonight, Chris, I brought my Imperials. I'm really happy with the faction. They are the more defensive-oriented of the 2 lists that are currently available. And Hardbar, my champion, did pretty well, surviving with the heal potions and everything.
2 heal potions.
And the Imperial Mage continues to be a ton of fun throwing out those flame bombs.
I hate the fire so much. It's like... hardly ever. I've never let someone just burn to death, but that's the problem. It's like, here's my 1 damage, but it's also, here's my 1 damage, and that guy doesn't get to do anything anymore because he's got to run over and put out the fire.
And we were talking, though, it's really important to save those activations, those units, because as long as they're alive, they're a threat to either score objectives or do more damage. There's no attrition in this game. You're always rolling the same damage dice.
Yeah.
So unless you're killing people, your opponent is going to be as strong as he was at the beginning of the game. And where I fell down this game was I failed to kill anybody.
Oh my gosh. And just like the world was swallowing up. Like was swallowing your units whole. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like, the Draugr just runs over first turn and takes your guy out.
Shot from across the board.
map. Yeah. So definitely dice didn't have anything to do with the outcome of this game.
Nothing at all.
I just did really, really well, and definitely.
So right now
I can't do it.
You don't have a whole lot of list building options, but you do have some.
Yeah.
And that's going to get a whole lot better as more expansions are released.
Yeah.
And they bring out more characters. Now what you did is you ran your Stormcloaks, but instead of running your big melee character, instead you took a Dragonborn. And this is a place that you can really play around with to customize your force. So what did you do with your Dragonborn?
Well, I gave him a two-handed weapon, probably the strongest one I could find.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him the strongest armor that I could find.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of the whole strategy. So, in hindsight, I'm not sure putting those on the Dragonborn did anything different than putting them on my other melee character.
Okay.
I didn't use any of the Dragonborn's keywords.
Yeah.
Didn't treasure hunt, didn't dual savagery, didn't, intimidate anybody.
You didn't even hit the Draugr undead harder because I forgot that.
That was just one time. I only went after the Draugr once with the Dragonborn. So, in hindsight, the Dragonborn can do so many cool things. I chose to do nothing that the other guy couldn't do.
Yeah, that's true. You just paid a lot of points to do it.
I just paid a lot of points to do it, yeah. So good thing I got really lucky in the game. Otherwise, having 4 activations against 5.
So some of the cool things that a Dragonborn can do is they can cast spells, they can do ranged attacks, they can have shouts.
Yeah.
All really cool. Dual wielding is pretty good with them.
You can have a bow. I mean, you can do like you do in the games. Here's my shield. Here's my spell hand. You know, like your, I guess, combination ability is endless with the Dragonborn. It will be interesting to see. I know he's probably going to always have those shouts, and that's what's going to make him unique. When we have the ability to choose from 20 different heroes, maybe we're not going to want a jack of all trades guy. Maybe we're going to be like, this is my archer guy. This is my magic guy. This is... So maybe But then again, I wonder if he'll switch roles. Be a character that can bring, here's my bow, and here's my melee weapon.
Like whatever hole you're missing, he can fit that one in.
That mage is hurting me this game. Let me just pull out my bow and try to... so maybe people will dual purpose him in the future. But it's his shouts, which I know I didn't really use tonight. It's his shouts, I think, that make him really unique.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I think so, too. So, the dice system works really well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. There's limits to how many dice you can have in your attack pool.
Sure.
Per color. You have special symbols, much like Legion has criticals, that add various abilities depending on what you have on your cards.
Yeah.
And you just never know how it's going to pan out, right?
Right. So you'll know what a defense roll can get to. You're never going to know what an offensive roll can get to. So when you roll that critical hit, it's adding an extra 1 to 3 damage on that roll. So like here's your skeleton archer. I got 3 damage coming against me. My max defensive roll is a 2. I'll just take him off.
Yes.
So there are times that the dice aren't really necessary, but just so many times, like when your regular dice has a 1 in 6 chance to deal double its damage or none of its damage on the other 1 in 6 side, you know that like it opens the door for a lot of min-maxing, a lot of variance.
A lot of variance. Now, there are some ways that you can control that variance, but the critical successes and critical fails, like you said,
oh my gosh,
can make or break you.
No matter what you do, it's a 20-sided dice, right? Mm-hmm. It's got 3 critical fail sides. Mm-hmm. No matter what, there is a 15% chance to fail. Mm-hmm. Most units are going to fail on a 10 as well.
Yes.
There's not a lot of... And so maybe that adds another side. Maybe there's a 20% chance to fail things. So that's even when you double boost. You've got 2 or 3 green dice in the mix. You've got to hit, something like a 5.
So, yeah, that brings up another point. The boost is a really cool mechanic, and it causes you to keep track of your resources of stamina, magicka, and then, of course, health and Thum if you're running the Dragon Shout. So, another level of complexity where not only do you have to choose out of these 10 actions which 2 you're going to do that turn, are you going to boost them and take that stamina, and how are you going to manage that stamina later?
Right.
really just a lot of decisions to make in this game. And then you have the chaos element of adversaries running around the board. Now, the first game, we did a battle report for Paint All the Minis. We didn't have any adversaries, and it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You throw the adversaries in, and you just don't know what they're going to do.
They don't even know what they're going to do. So, like, there's no predictability.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know your Draugr, you know your Draugr is going to hit you in the face most of the time, right?
But sometimes they're going to go towards that objective.
Yeah, right. There's the treasure thing over there. And he's like 1 foot from your face, and he's like, nah, never mind.
I got to go to objective.
Yeah, that treasure token. So, I don't know who's controlling the Draugr, but it's...
certainly not the Draugr Overlord.
Right, no. And we keep bringing the Draugr Overlord. That's another thing, too. You don't know what adversaries are going to even come into the game.
Or when they're going to come in.
Yeah. We had 2 Draugr Overlords, and it took till round 4 to get one into the game.
Yeah.
Got a couple shots off. You
Yeah.
know? So maybe it was round 3.
I think it could be dangerous. But, they just add a chaos element to the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think at this point of our play, it's a little bit unwieldy, but I can definitely see as we play more often, we're going to get better at that.
Sure. It's just when there's, and you know, as a new player, this might be an incorrect judgment to make. It kind of just reminds me of Mario Party, where like, man, you don't know what's spawning in, you don't know what they're going to roll, like, you don't know what event's going to be drawn, and then like the quest that goes into the game. And in the midst of it, you're trying to make your promises, your oaths of what you're going to accomplish and what you're not. Like, in our first game, his objective was, let's get this person token across the field. We literally drew an event that's like, turn your person tokens to hostile, and then your opponent gets to move it. So, like, literally, he was just denied his ability to get that objective from just an event flip.
Yeah.
So, there's just, you know, it just reminds me a bit of, and it makes it fun. The fact that it is so unpredictable keeps you engaged the whole time.
And listening to the creator of the game, they definitely went for the fun narrative aspect of this game.
Yeah.
And the other way you can play this game, now Chris and I played a versus game tonight, is you can play by yourself in what's called Delve mode, where the adversaries have an augmented intelligence or AI, which allows them to do all these maneuvers across the board and you fight them. So it's really cool if you're wanting to play a game by yourself as well. So it makes this game a really great value.
Yeah.
And the price tag on it is pretty good.
Really, though. I mean, the starter set's like $35. Each of your character packs are $25.
Yeah. And the models are good. They're a little tough to put together, but they look good once they're painted up.
They do look good. Yeah. And, you know, if you're gaming on a budget, they're going to release these things every, like, you know, a few months, right?
Yeah.
3 months.
It was going to be a little bit more ambitious, but with COVID and everything, they had to slow it down.
Yeah, so it's not going to be hard to keep up with this game.
Yeah.
Not like you're trading card games.
And you get everything you need to play with that core set.
Yeah.
And then you can add the models if you want to.
Sure.
Or you could use models that you already have.
Yeah.
So that makes it pretty convenient. Now you can buy all this stuff on the fifthtrooper.com, their website, their web store. And we highly encourage you to support Jay and the guys there by doing that.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I want to leave on is probably the thing that you and I are both looking forward to now is playing a campaign.
Yes.
So you can campaign in Delve mode if you're just playing by yourself, or you can campaign in the versus mode, the battle mode, against a buddy like Chris here. And what that allows you to do is it makes treasure tokens and things like that so much more important because they carry over from game to game.
Yeah. And these quests. There'll be a quest where when you finish it, you turn to the second stage of the quest. So it contributes to victory points, in an increasing way. But we haven't even seen a part 2 to a quest yet.
Yeah, it builds a story and builds your power. And that whole, both the campaign for Delve and for battle mode is included in the scenario book that you get with the core set.
Yeah.
So there's 6 different missions that you can play, different scenarios. For the battle mode, 6 for the scenario Delve mode, and so a lot of playability options there with more coming out in the future.
Yeah.
So I think both you and I recommend this game.
Oh yeah, no, we're loving it.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited to get our list together and meet up and play. I mean, we still love our primary other games, but boy, is this a brand new shiny car, and I want to drive it.
It has been fun.
Yeah.
So learn some lessons tonight. We're going to come back with some more battle reports on the War Corgi YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And of course, if you want to check out our other one on Paint All the Minis, we're going to be posting up reports there as well. So stick with us. And again, if this game is interesting to you, make sure you support Jay if you can. And order from thefifthtrooper.com. They got great customer service, and you're helping out a big pillar of the community.
Yeah.
You want to say hi to Jay?
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Evan. Chris doesn't care about you, Evan. I do.
Whoa.
You were like, hi, Jay.
You told me to say hi, Jay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And guys of the Fifth Trooper, we love you. Hope you enjoyed it too.
Goodbye.